Hello everyone, it's Mike from Just Lifestyle, and today is going to be a bedtime tactics stream because I am absolutely shattered. So yeah, ready to do some training, just get even more exhausted and then just fall asleep. Um, but we've actually timed it very well because I think I need to have an early night. I mean, this counts as an early night for me. We need to have an early night because I've got the Fawn CL starting tomorrow. And yeah, it's going to be FIDE rated. We've got to play our absolute best. Um, and welcome Jan to the stream. 7 days until what? 7 days until the Garganitza modern course is released. And just a very quick update on, the shenanigans discussed last stream. Basically, there are going to be no changes to the artwork, and I've given up all hope in that regard because there is nothing I can do. Like, even if I hired the best graphic designer in the world, they would not take it because it's not the Chessable artwork team that's changing the art. And since they refuse to change the art, then there's simply not going to be any change, right? That's all there is to it. So, I mean, I'm not going to, sulk about something that can't be changed. I mean, if it can't be changed, it can't be changed. It's just how life is. But what can be done is I can do my absolute best to market the shit out of a brick wall. And that is what I've started to work on. So unfortunately, I'm not allowed to send any of the kind of work that I've done today, since I probably breached some stuff or whatever. But just you wait. Like I've been putting together some like pretty hard edits. And I think it's gonna look good in the end. Like I don't know how I've managed to pull it off, but yeah, I think it's gonna be good. And I also got into some more like tedious kind of back and forth with Chessable about other aspects of the course that just wasn't, up to par, and it just took so much back and forth to actually get any progress. And even then, I don't even know if I can, guarantee that the progress will be done. And of course, I find out today that 1 week before my publication, my supervisor is on leave. So I actually have no backup person to talk to. So basically, it is what it is, and we're going to still, make a good course and market it and do everything ourselves, because at the end of the day, in life, you only have yourself you can rely on. So yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's do some Woodpecker now. Jan says, I have some DWZ rated over the board games. Okay, so it sounds like a weekend congress. Best of luck with that. I'm the lowest rapid rating in over a year. Oh, what a perfect warm up for your tournament then. I mean, sometimes like when you're on really bad like online spells, you actually end up playing pretty good over the board chess. So I haven't really seen necessarily correlation there. So welcome Frizz to the stream. You just missed the last of my mini rant. I mean, we can't even call it a rant compared to last stream. But in any case, I have Fawn CL tomorrow. I am going to go to bed straight after this. So, yeah. And like I mentioned all this Chessable stuff. I mean, this is just one of multiple things that I had to get sorted today. Because I really didn't want to go into this Fawn CL game with a lot of headspace. Like taken up with these other things. So I actually think like the reason why I'm streaming so late is because I think I've managed to do everything. And basically tomorrow I can just focus 100% on chess, and that's exactly what I need to play good chess. So basically we managed to get the job done basically. Okay, so Milev against Petrosian to win. We've got Queen, Rook, Rook, Knight against Queen, Rook, Rook, Knight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so what can we understand? There is some pressure on our knight. It's currently being attacked twice and defended once. Our king is maybe a little bit weak on the dark squares, but there are no other pieces really to help out. Maybe there could be some back rank while the queen is covering this escape. This is loose. This is loose. This is loose. This is loose. It's underdeveloped. On the same diagonal, but probably not relevant here. Okay, so let's begin with our checks. Also, this is like a juicy square for a fork. Potentially, if we can get there in some way. There's also X-ray pressure between the rooks, right? This is quite important. Maybe some X-ray pressure here. Okay, so what checks do we have? We've got one check, queen f1. What captures do we have? We got knight takes g3. Queen takes a4. And what threats do we have? Yeah, I don't have a clue what threats we have in this position. I mean, okay, maybe with knight g5 and knight d2 threatening this fork. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, maybe as a more defensive move, we could play f5. Maybe we could play queen b6, try and pin the queen. Okay, so let's start calculating some moves. If this check, they just take and we got nothing. What about the captures? If we take on g3, if they take back, we take their rook. So if we take on g3, they should, oh my god, they should take our rook with check. We have to take back. And then can they just take? Well, in that position, we could come down with check. And the king, to avoid further checks, would need to come to king h2, but we've still got a big check here. So the more I look at this, the more promising it feels, especially given that this is checkmate. So knight takes g3 suddenly looks very promising. If they trade, can we do anything else other than recapture our knight? I mean, the problem is they can't even have time to develop because we're also threatening this fork. So I think it just wins. So this is why, like, I have no intuition, 0% intuition on the fact that knight g3 actually works. But when you force yourself to look at lines, you just see it. So knight c3 was played, which also covers the e2 square, but then bc3 is already up a pawn, and this pawn is even strong. So, yeah, let's have a look. Okay, Frizz is on some sharp tactical form. That's nice. You're just another pawn in the wall. Like, huh? Because it isn't... That's a phrase, right? You're just another brick in the wall. But pawn, where did the L come from? Wouldn't prawn be closer to brick? I don't even know. I don't understand. I'm too tired. Oh, it's only a one-day quad. Okay, that's pretty cool. Well, good luck. Keep me posted how it goes. Knight g3, rook e8, rook e8. Yeah. Okay, found it fast. I know. It's crazy. Let's keep going. So, okay, we've got Sasbo against Petrosian. What is going on? We've got queen, rook, rook, bishop, knight against queen, rook, rook, knight, knight. 1, 2, 3, 4 against 5. I mean, we've got this huge X-ray pressure on this loose rook on c1. It almost looks like, you know, there must be something like knight d6 that just wins. But of course, the knight is well protected. So it might not be so simple to open this up. So, okay, before we calculate anything, let's keep understanding stuff. So we do have an escape square. They don't. We have a bishop versus a knight. Okay, so we've got this X-ray pressure. This rook is loose. This is loose. This is loose. This is loose. Okay, lots of loose. Okay, so with all of that considered, what moves should we consider? So we got one check. What about captures? We can take on c4. Also, while it's on my mind, remind me if I forget, but after this puzzle, I want to check how many over-the-board games in a row have I gone without losing a single game with white, with C3 Venom. Because I was just thinking about it like this morning. I was like, I swear it's been like ages since I've lost a game with C3 Venom. So I keep a record. I'll have a quick look and share. So I'm just curious because I was thinking all the losses I've had recently have come with black. Okay, so there was only one capture, one check. I guess this could be a threat. This could be a threat. Knight d6 could be a threat. Maybe bishop c5 could be a threat that kind of blocks our pieces. Okay, so based on all of this, I don't see a way how to exploit these loose pieces. Like, okay, maybe queen f4 is a threat. Queen a7 could be a threat. It's about as much as I've got. So, okay, let's start with our check. If we check here, they just take him as really nothing. If we capture here, they should take back with this rook. That looks most principled. And again, looks like absolutely nothing. So then, what about our threats? All we need to do is displace one of these defending pieces, and we do win a piece. So what if we hit this rook? Let's say they come here. Not too sure. If we give this one, potentially they've even got e5. But if they were to have to move, then we could take on c4. So hold up. Is this actually working for white? I guess we could take it. And that does appear to win a pawn because they cannot take us. Cannot take with the queen either. And they still have to move the rook, but this time at least they can move the rook on this rank, right? Let's say they play like rook e4. Maybe we can take on h2. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Ooh, what about queen f4 and then play bishop f6 so that if they push the pawn, we take the rook? That looks quite nice. Queen f4, the only issue though is that the queen is no longer pressuring the knight, so maybe they can just move. Maybe we've just got nothing. That was a nice idea though. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this looks okay, but rook e4. I mean, you know, we can take on h2 maybe, but not too sure. I don't know. This also doesn't make sense because we moved the queen and we're no longer pressuring the knight. Um, I guess bishop c5 could work in some realm of like taking on f2 and then taking on c4. That probably works. But at the same time, they can just take with the knight and then... I don't know if we've really improved matters. Why couldn't we just play knight d6 again? This was our instinct. Well, they can't take us because we give mate. But what if they play a move like here? Well, then we can just take the knight. So what is actually the problem with this? What if they go knight b2? I mean, then we could trade. But then they can even take with the rook. They don't need to put themselves back in a pin. Yeah. So I think the problem with knight d6 is there's knight b2, and I don't see a solution there. So far, bishop f6 is the one that makes most sense, but it's not entirely convincing. How do I even deal with this? I really don't want to have to play f6. I guess what I could do is bishop f6 takes, rook e4, just take on h2. King h1, and then just go knight f6. That seems okay. Hold up. Can we actually play moves like queen a5? Because they can't take, right? Because I've got mate, or do I have mate? They can always go queen f1. So maybe it's not enough to give up whole queen. Yeah, I'm running out of time. On the same vein, maybe a move like queen e5, right? But if they take, we give check, they come here. And I don't think we've got a win. Yeah. So far, bishop f6 is the only move that I can somehow make work. I'm just wondering if I've forgotten like some in-between move and then I do something and it's suddenly better. But I can't make sense of any of it. Yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know. I mean, there's nothing else I see. Okay, so it really is this. And I didn't see any other idea except just taking the pawn. And then trying to get out of like this annoying rook e4 tactically. I mean, it should be fine. It should be fine. Okay, so it really is just that. Rook e4 and knight f6 is just winning. Bishop takes h2. Knight f6 does not spoil anything either. Okay, that was my answer. Knight f6 though. Why can't we just take the bishop? Because I guess I take on c4. And the point is that I've won a pawn. I've won a pawn back. But why does it say this is completely winning? Rook e5, rook c4, queen c4, queen c4, rook c4. As there's a double threat of the knight and mate. Okay. That's a huge difference, right? Between these two moves. Okay, it's not for some reason. So bishop takes knight f6. I guess the problem is the rook doesn't have a very good square. I can't remember what line I was giving. I think it was like rook h4 or something, but yeah, I was even looking at these moves to retreat with tempo. Like, I don't know. I guess it looks good as well. Knight f6 is kind of a snazzy though. I mean, you just need to look deep enough to see the double attack. Otherwise, it just looks like an equal position. But yeah, this is decisive. Nice. Okay, what are people saying? Um. Okay, so I'm just seeing Josh. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah, you missed that Queen F1 check. Okay, Faz is doing some tactics in preparation for 4-1CL tomorrow. Lovely. Yes, didn't you lose the game against the IM in the tournament we played together? Yes, and thank you for reminding me. I want to quickly check this. But yeah, that was the last game, I think. So how many games of White have I played? So since losing to the 2460 IM in round 2 of the Northumbria, I have gone unbeaten in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Okay. Not amazing, I guess. 3 wins, 2 draws. I mean, okay, that record is amazing, but 5 is not like that special, I'd say. I guess I've just had a lot more blacks since then. But yeah, okay, so Fritz says, very recently a GM banned me from his chat after I got winning positions out of the opening, playing for 2 results with C3 Venom, because he thought I was cheating. That is crazy. That is crazy. People need a reality check. That's wild. If you have the game, Fritz, I'd be curious to see it. And let's name and shame who is the GM that was afraid of Frizz. I really enjoyed his streams, but now I'm seen as a public enemy. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, I always knew you weren't cheating against me, Frizz, because I remember we had that one game where you outplayed me, I think, and then I swindled a stalemate when we were playing like some kind of simul. Maybe that was a C3 Venom simul, actually. I don't remember. Also, guys, so while we're on the topic of like, I don't know, I don't even know how this is relevant, but it feels somehow relevant. If I just go on Twitter, basically, I have been trying to write some thread posts because I felt that it was probably a useful thing to try and market the course, right? So I wrote 8 days to go until publication, 8 lines in our Gurginets repertoire. Stay tuned for threads on each of the 8 lines, right? And I'll post 1 thread a day. Got 8 likes, which is actually a lot for me on Twitter. And if we have a look at my first post on day 8, Chessable shared it, got 900 views, got another 8 likes. People seem to enjoy the content. Someone even left a comment. We had a little discussion about the line. All very good, right? Today, I make the same style post, put in the same amount of effort. Chessable shares it, 528 views, not a single like. I mean, I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm just going to keep posting every day, and Chessable will probably stop sharing my posts because nobody wants to read them. But I don't know, it's crazy, to try and, I don't know, be consistent at something. I don't know, maybe the only link to what Fritz was saying is that, it kind of feels unfair, right? you haven't, done anything different, you haven't done anything wrong, and you just get wrecked by, I don't know, either a stupid grandmaster who just thinks everyone is cheating, who gets a good position against them, or just, I don't know, the internet that just doesn't stay consistent at all with this kind of stuff. But what to do? I mean, I've already drafted the posts for the other 6 days, so I guess we'll just do that. And that actually reminds me, I need to post tomorrow morning before I leave for the day, because obviously I won't be focusing on marketing or any of that bullshit during the 4-1CL. Yeah, crazy to hear for us. 96-95 seems to win material. For who? Because I felt knight b5 was... Oh, knight d6, knight b6. Oh, I don't even know what line. I don't remember what line we were talking about anymore. Oh, is it knight b5 is what you guys were suggesting? Knight d6, knight b6, knight b5. I mean, that's kind of wild. Okay, wow, that's actually also good. Oh no, but this was just rook takes b6. So I don't know what lines you guys are talking about. Faz says that really narrows down the possibilities, unfortunately. They've got a big ego, or they might be paranoid. Kinda known for being a sore loser. Crazy. Oh, the sim was before C3 Venom was even a thing. But why would I host a sim then? The only time I can imagine doing a sim was if like... maybe it was like a celebration of reaching 100 streams or something like this. Maybe it was something like this. I don't remember. I just really hope that I get playable opening tomorrow. Faz, I get you. Like, I'm in the same boat. Like, obviously not disclosing anything on this stream because, you know, you don't know who's watching. Especially given, like, the team we're playing, like, they know me. Or at least the board one knows me. So I don't want to say anything about anything. But yeah, I get you. Faz. I don't want to get crushed. Like, I only have one game as well. Okay, and already I said too much fast. So okay, I should not talk about Pawn CL. Okay, yeah, maybe there's not much of an art to it, just luck. Maybe. I mean, that sounds a nice thing to tell myself. Okay, it was knight d6, knight b2, and then knight b5 here. Oh, knight b5, very nice, guys. Good stuff. And why does that win? Why can't we just move back? For a number of different moves. Wow, okay, even just bishop a3 and utilize the fact that the knight is pinned still, even when the rook defends. Very nice. So it looks like, yeah, knight d6 is also, in fact, winning. Very good. Okay, let's do another. Oh, and I see I'm still on full screen. Let's go back to Woodpecker. Okay. Actually, Frizz, whereabouts in France do you live? Do you live in south of France? If you don't want to be specific, do you live in like south of France or like where in France? Because I'm gonna be in France next week, so it just crossed my mind. I didn't think about it. But I'm playing in a 9-round tournament. I won't even try to pronounce the name. It's like Cap d'Agde. There's a 9-rounder taking place. Southeast of France. A big city called Nice. I've been to Nice. That's crazy. I don't know how far Agde is from Nice. I assume it's quite far. Like Nice is like near Monaco, right? Like Nice is around here, yeah. Okay, so quite a trek to get to Cap d'Agde, unfortunately. That would have been cool if it was a bit closer. I mean, I am flying to Marseille. So, I mean, it's not impossible, you know? It's not impossible. Actually, let me check my schedule. Do I have... I think the problem is, like, I'm really on a tight schedule. Like, I don't think I've got any free time. Like, I think, like... I mean, maybe technically on the day I arrive, but... Nah, it's just too much. I mean, to be fair, we could meet in Marseille. I mean, that's not impossible. We could meet in Marseille on the 24th. That could actually work. If you want to meet for lunch for us, we can meet in Marseille. I think on the way back after the tournament, I won't have time because I basically finish my 9th round and then have to rush to the airport. And I fly on the same day as my final round. But on the day I arrive on the 24th, could be possible. 2-hour drive. Okay, I'm not good with maps. I guess that's pretty far. But okay, 2-hour drive is not impossible. Or like, if it's a train ride, that's probably like 1.5 hours, no? Who is this mysterious board 1 of the opposing team? The mysterious board 1 is Maxime Dunn. And we've played in teams before together, actually. Um, that'd be cool. Okay, Frizz. I mean, message me like on Lee Chess or something, and we can discuss further if we actually do decide to meet up. So I mean, like, if you're down, then I'm of course down. Uh, because yeah, I mean, I arrive on the 24th and my tournament starts on 25th. I guess the only crazy chaotic thing will be that my course goes public on the 24th, so I'll probably be doing a crazy, you know, try to market the shit out of my course on that day. So maybe I would need like a break for lunch. So maybe that could work. 100 miles? Yeah, I don't do cars. I don't do hours. Oh, for a second you thought it might be you? That's crazy, Peter. Which team are you playing for? Oh, we're in different division. Okay, okay. I was actually tempted to ask you to join my team, but then I realized, yeah, you are already playing for a team, at least like last season or something, and I assumed that you'd, you know. Oh, you will be there tomorrow. Okay, so are you playing Division 4, Peter? For some reason, I thought you were in like another Division 3 team, or Division 2 even, but maybe I'm tripping. Because yeah, we were kind of like hunting for players. That's how I got Faz in my team. The three knights. Oh, we're in the same league then. We're also in Division 3 Knights. Okay, so we're in the same division. Which team are you? But then again, like, do I really want to disclose all of this information about my own team? So I don't blame you if you. Division 3 Knights is also tomorrow. Yeah, I mean. Okay. Anyway, let me solve this puzzle. We're getting distracted. Right, we have Queen Rook Rook Bishop Bishop Knight against Queen Rook Rook Bishop Knight Knight. Yeah, completely blanking. I can't wait to sleep, and tomorrow is going to be a very good day because when I have like a really draining, exhausting day, basically I wake up with a lot of energy. It's normally the days where I have a lot of energy where the next day becomes draining. So actually, yesterday was a very, very good, positive day. So you guys have kind of been stuck in this cycle where Monday, Wednesday, Friday have been like very, very dead days, and Tuesday, Thursday has actually been really strong. But that means tomorrow's going to be strong. I can already feel it, so it's good. It's good news. So okay, Queen Rook Rook Bishop Bishop Knight against Queen Rook Rook Knight Knight Bishop. Okay, so we got Bishop pair. We got 8 pawns. They've got 8 pawns. Okay, what else to note? Their king on h2 seems pretty fine. The f pawn maybe is a little weak. There's tension between the two light squared bishops. Our rooks don't seem very well placed. I mean, I'd always be tempted to try and like get this knight to somewhere more useful. I don't know if it is more useful here, but something to consider. Okay, any loose pieces? No. Queen is not getting trapped on f6. I speak from experience. Yeah, no loose pieces for either side. Interesting position. Okay, so any x-rays as well. X-rays here. Tension, as we mentioned. Yeah, I don't know. So okay, let's start with our checks. We can check on f2. Any other captures? No. Oh, we do have a capture on h4. Do we have any threats? I literally have no idea. Oh, this is a capture as well. Oh, okay, I'm starting to feel the seeds of something. Maybe bishop takes h3, and then knight takes e4, and then give a little fork. As soon as I considered this capture, I was like, hold up, that knight looks a little bit weak on the e4. So that's what you got to do. Just like look at your forcing lines and see if it shares anything about the position. So that looks very convincing. Yeah, I think let's just do it. I mean, yeah, I mean, this position really was so dry that, like, this has to be the answer. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, that's fair, Peter. The player registration's on the website. You can see which team people play for. That's fair. Our team's playing round 5. Okay. You can share all your preparation. I mean, you basically know what openings I play. There's nothing much to hide. Oh, Faz versus Peter. That would be pretty hype. You know, I a part of me kind of wants to do some vlogging for tomorrow, but it's just like, just no. Like, I just need to focus on the chess. You know, like everything else needs to come secondary. Like, I genuinely can't do both. If I go to Fonseal to vlog, I go to Fonseal to vlog. I don't go to that to play. You know. I don't know if I'd call this one a bad puzzle. I think this is kind of realistic. You need to spot these kind of moves. But yeah, I agree it's not like the most difficult one in the world. It's more like just forcing yourself to consider these forcing moves, which, you know, not easy for everyone. Okay, let's keep up the grind. We've got an interesting structure. We got Queen, Rook, Rook, 6 pawns against Queen, Rook, Rook. 6 pawns, we've got a bishop pair, they've got bishop, knight. This is a very strong pawn for future endgames. This bishop is a poorly placed bishop. The knight cannot transfer itself here so easily. Okay, I just realized something else I want to do tomorrow morning, so let me make a note. Okay, anyway, I'm completely distracted, as you could see. Let's get back to the position. So, okay, anything loose, any x-rays. Loose, 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 loose. Any x-rays? Oh, we also worked out last stream that it's important to look at loose pawns as well. Are there any loose pawns? No, actually. Okay, so any x-rays in this position? Maybe there's a bit of an x-ray going on here, which could be quite nice. Maybe a potential x-ray. Maybe this, but unlikely. Okay, so what checks, what captures, what threats? Ooh. Randomly bishop a4 just popped out, because if queen takes, then we can give a check and then give a mate. So bishop a4, how deadly is this move, actually? I mean, basically, they have to block with the bishop. That's, like, the only move. So that's kind of promising. But maybe there's no follow-up after bishop d7. Anyway, this is a candidate we shouldn't tunnel it too quickly. So bishop a4 is one candidate. We got queen takes h7. Got bishop takes f5 as a capture. Got rook h3 threatening queen h7. Bishop a4 is a threat. Anything else? Oh, g4, of course, right? To try and open this x-ray up. So we had g4, rook h3, queen h7, bishop f5, bishop a4. So far. Okay, so let's look at them. So queen h7, does this just win? Probably not, right? We can give one check. Nothing. Okay, so what about captures? If we take on f5 and they take on f5. I mean, maybe there's some compensation with g4, but it really doesn't feel like it's worthwhile to give this up. What about threats? Rook h3, threatens mate. What if they just go h6? Maybe now we can do bishop a4? And when they go bishop d7, has that changed anything at all? I don't think so. What about g4? If they take, well then we give checkmate. So g4 they cannot take. But are we really threatening anything either? I mean, if we take, they can take, and it's not that special. Bishop a4, we got close to seeing it, but bishop d7, I couldn't work out the win. Again, we can play rook h3 now, but it doesn't really do enough, I think. Yeah, I don't know. So is g4 enough to claim an advantage? I really don't think it is. What about after bishop a4, bishop d7? Can we throw an e6? Does that change something? That might actually change a lot. If they take with the queen, then we can go queen d8. And surely that's enough. Like, if they block with the queen, we can take. So, bishop a4, bishop d7, e6. I just completely missed that. That was a candidate, just visualization error. Missing that I have this available. Yeah, e6 looks just completely winning then. Because we fork the bishop and rook. I'm pretty sure that's it. Let's try not to get too emotional about the move and let's actually calculate it properly. Bishop a4, bishop d7, e6. We have no checks. Yeah, that's one thing tomorrow, like in these 4-CL games. You cannot miss a single check in any variation ever. Like, it's such a long time control. If you miss a check, you literally have yourself to blame. So no checks can be missed tomorrow. Ever. At all. That's like an absolute must. Alright, e6. So I think it was just simply queen check. And then we can just win material. Okay, nice. So it's nice that queen a4 jumped out, but... yeah, g4 was a nice idea, but g6, black has some hope. Yeah. Yeah, rook d7, yeah, ugly move, but I stopped thinking after we could win the exchange because then we already have material. Okay, what are people talking? It looks like there's a lot of discourse, so I guess there must be some sideline that is relevant. Yo, Noyan, how is it going? Is the Michael Blue joke something that was mentioned like back in the days of like when I was in Vietnam? Somehow that rings a bell. It's like not the first time that you said it. Or someone else said it. I don't remember. I hate these puzzles where you don't know if you can en passant, bruh. Like, I was not even considering en passant. That's a crazy thing to consider, but it's probably fair. Bishop a4. Okay, so both me and Faz spotted bishop a4 for some reason. Yeah, looks good. And then you guys have been calculating this queen h, rook h3. Cheeky queen blunder from Frizz. Why rook e1 doesn't queen d8 win? Yeah, so okay, let's have a quick look at Josh's line. I think, you know, the line we gave was good. But I think here... okay, so rook e1 is also winning, plus 2.7. But queen d8 is just simpler. Like, just wins the material on the spot. But okay, good to see that rook e1 is also completely strong. Okay, very nice. You know what, guys? 13 more minutes to go, but we're approaching midnight, and I have a 4-CL match tomorrow. So I think I am going to call it a day. Yeah, just try and get enough sleep so I'm in full form tomorrow, and that will also mean that I wake up for my alarm. I will be setting multiple. Faz, if I'm not like you know, awake like on the group chat at like, I don't know, 9:30 in the morning, if I haven't posted anything, then you know, give me a call or something, because I may have slept through, but I mean it's unlikely. I think, like, you know, I'm hopefully I should just sleep and wake up normally. Yeah. That was a very long-winded way of saying bye. So okay, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for coming, and see you. Oh gosh, I'm tired.